Welcome to Daily Dose. In this video we are going to talk about Joe Rogan's most controversial moments. So before starting this video, like this video, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for future updates. One of the most popular podcasts in the world is the Joe Rogan Experience. However, throughout the previous decade, the UFC commentator's openness to talk to everyone has landed him in serious water. Here are some of Rogan's most contentious moments. Since its humble beginnings in 2009, the JRE podcast has come a long way. Tesla CEO Elon Musk and Aerosmith's Steven Tyler have both been on the show. Spotify is rumored to have paid $100 million to keep it exclusive to their platform in 2021. Despite the show's immense success, host Joe Rogan has faced blowback throughout the years. We'll go over 5 of the show's most contentious moments, from his viral vaccine outburst to his infamous Jack Dorsey interview, that offended viewers and critics. The Joe Rogan Experience's top 5 most controversial moments. Number 5. Elon Musk, episode #1169. Elon Musk finally visited Rogan's podcast, after years of anticipation for a nearly 3-hour talk that did not disappoint. The conversation ranged from aliens to the tech mogul's future Neuralink. When a UFC commentator gave Musk a marijuana to loosen up, the show went entirely off the rails in the final hour. He lighted up without hesitation and instantly became the year's biggest meme. While the moment was well received by viewers, Tesla shareholders were not amused. The electric company's stock allegedly dropped immediately following the incident. Elon's actions were criticized by the media, despite the fact that the event will go down in JRE history. Number 4. Jack Dorsey, episode #1236. Fans of the podcast despise Rogan's 2019 interview with Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey. Many viewers accused him of asking Dorsey softball questions at the time. Many people wanted the JRE presenter to question the tech giant about how it determines which accounts to ban, and how it responds to claims that it is biased when enforcing rules. The outcry was so strong that a few episodes later, Rogan issued a rare apology to his audience. Dorsey and Twitter policy chief Vijay Agad were even invited back on the broadcast for a second interview to explore topics that fans had requested. Number 3. Joe Rogan misreports Wildfire story, episode #1538. Joe Rogan sits down with British novelist Douglas Murray for episode #1538 to talk about societal issues and modern politics. The 53-year-old host used the example of activists in the United States going too far and igniting wildfires in Portland, Oregon, during the discussion. The only problem is that the FBI and major news organizations immediately discredited this. The incident became viral on social media and was even covered by mainstream media. Critics accused him of propagating bogus news in an irresponsible manner. Rogan promptly responded to the situation, apologizing on Twitter, and removing the JRE episode from YouTube's public view. "I messed up on the Douglas Murray show when I mentioned that people were arrested for starting fires in Portland. It turns out that this isn't the case." He wrote, "I was quite reckless in not researching into it before I repeated it." Number 2. Alex Jones, episode #1555. Despite appearing on the Joe Rogan Experience multiple times throughout the course of its 11-year run, the very contentious conspiracy theorist was banned by YouTube, Facebook, and Apple in 2018. As a result, his unexpected appearance in a 2020 episode aroused outrage. Because Rogan had recently negotiated a $100 million contract with Spotify a few months before, critics scrutinized the agreement closely. Employees at the streaming service, according to multiple reports, demanded that the episode be removed. The episode was eventually kept up, and Spotify opted to allow Rogan complete control over who he invites on his show. Number 1. Joe Rogan's take on vaccines, episode #1639. Rogan started a commotion when he informed viewers during an April 2021 discussion with radio personality Dave Smith that he didn't think a young healthy person needed to obtain a vaccine. The viral moment was picked up by mainstream media sites including CNN and MSNBC. Even the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases labeled the commentator's position incorrect. Joe Rogan has made a number of comments against transgender persons over the years that may be described as disturbing. For example, when Rogan aired his thoughts on trans MMA fighter Fallon Fox in 2013, he received a lot of flack. On The Joe Rogan Experience, he added, "She calls herself a woman, but I tend to disagree via fight opinion." And, she, her. She was a man once. You're AF asterisk asterisk King Knucklehead. You're a man who doesn't have a D asterisk asterisk K. When Abigail Shrier appeared on the podcast to promote her book, Via Men's Health, they have this agenda, and this agenda is very ideologically driven, that anyone who even thinks they might be trans should be trans, and the more trans people the better, the host declared in Irreversible Damage, the transgender craze seducing our daughters. The greater the number of children who make the shift, the better. Rogan speculated about Caitlyn Jenner's transition in another episode. Perhaps if you live with crazy B asterisk 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 HES for long enough, they F asterisk asterisk king convert you into one. He speculated, referring to Kris Jenner and her daughters. Caitlyn was not amused and reprimanded her. She told TMZ, he's a homophobic, transphobic A asterisk asterisk. The outcry was so strong that the White House of the United States issued a statement condemning Rogan. In a subsequent episode, the comic corrected his position, claiming that he was pro-vaccination, but that his nuanced perspective had been taken out of context. What do you think about this video? Do let us know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.